ass intro procrastinate any kind of gameplay on the stream. So here we go. The WoW news is live. There's been a lot going on since I was gone. Thankfully not too much because, you know, Blizzard employees probably took the holiday as well. But we did all see the world first happen on that last day.
Use another death knight.
AldoCast coming in with the Prime sub. 5 months. My God, there's a lot of you guys out there who are really cranking it up. Amaraz, 6 months. Love you, man. Thank you. Love you too. Love you too. Guys, you know, taking a holiday is nice, but I really did. All you know, jokes aside, whatever, pandering to the audience aside, I really did miss this. I really did. I enjoy streaming, and I enjoy streaming because I enjoy my audience. So cheers to you guys. Thank you so much. 2023 is going to be a good one. I feel it. I feel it. Yes. Okay. A player designs super detailed player housing concepts. Now, there are a lot of player housing Andes out there. I know a lot of you guys are into this, and I'm glad to kind of bring it to you here in a way that's never been seen before. Player housing has been in a World of Warcraft wishlist forever. Yes, we've seen plenty of people calling out for player housing and wanting player housing. But why add player housing? Well, this guy gives, not only does he give a full concept of how player housing could look, he talks about the reasons. Adds more depth to the game with casual and horizontal content. It builds off of features that this game already relies on, such as customization and collectibles. That's true. Customization and collectibles would be core to player housing, and that'd be good to see in that case. I think the main thing against player housing, and the gripes that I have with it, is we all played WoD. If you didn't play WoD, congratulations to you. That's wonderful. You didn't have to experience that. But Warlords of Draenor had what was known as Garrisons. And essentially, what that did was segregate the player base into just people sitting in their garrisons all day, chasing money, and not going into hub cities at all, not playing the game, and essentially just created a game that was felt empty. So that was why, you know, I felt like, oh, player housing is just going to create a player base that's just divided, and people are going to sit in their houses all day and jerk off. Well, whether or not that would happen, this guy's concept for player housing does look really cool. It does. 2023 full of falling off of places. Yeah, that video is coming. That video is coming. Don't you worry. Purely cosmetic, no player power. Yeah, reuse for 18-year assets. Sure. Allows players to have somewhere to call their own. Yeah. And adds social aspects to the game, putting RP into MMORPG. Sure. Again, the social aspects of the game is what worries me. I'm just not sure how I feel about it. But I guess that would be to be seen if they put it in the game, how they could create some good player interaction without just killing the game and having people sitting in their homes all day. Comparing the garrisons and how it differs. Well, garrisons, like I said earlier, that was the WoD feature. Garrisons were at the heart of the expansion. It was your base for everything you did in WoD, and everything revolved around it. From technical aspects, Garrison had almost all aspects of the game included. From mini-games with followers and mission tables to PvE missions, PvE modes. The higher score you got, the better chests you were awarded, as well as gathering, herb, and mining. Yeah, tons of stuff, right? Player housing won't have all of that, which is good. We don't want all that in a player housing thing because people would just fucking disappear, and that's not what we want. Instead, it would be focused on cosmetics, where you go out and collect furniture, reused models that can be used to decorate your little home. Okay, where would it be located? Claim your house in the world. Okay, look, because he's got a little spot on the mini-map. Look at that, he even made the little marker. Isn't that cute? So he would have the housing, you just place it wherever you want. These buildings would reflect the zone that they are in. Oh, interesting. So whichever zone you decide to pick, they'd be based on core zones, 6+1, the newest zone in the latest expansion first. Okay, so he'd have 6 zones plus 1 for the new expansion. So, and whatever zone you pick is what your home would essentially look like. So if you pick a Night Elven zone, say you're in Ashenvale, that's what your home would look like. Maybe Goldshire would be another place. That's what your home would look like over there. And it would just be based off of the aesthetic of the area. I think they can do the same thing, but just one house in a capital. Yes, if you've ever played Oh god, what's it called? I'm drawing a blank now. Great. Great. My mind's already foggy. We just came back. If you've ever played New World, that's the game I was thinking of. The housing is in the city. It's just a door that you walk through, and it ports you, basically, it instances you into your home. So that's how they've done it. So yeah, whether it's out in an area like this, or whether it is in a city, you know, that would be to be seen. Wouldn't Goldshire be a brothel, though? Probably. Probably, especially at Moonguard. Wait, is this actually coming in? No, it is not Tundra Fees. This is a concept developed by a player, but it is a detailed concept of what this could look like. So the auction house would allow players also to bid. So he has a auction house system where you could buy homes. Elwyn 2-story house, 1.1 million gold. Interesting. So you could buy and sell homes. He even has the little drop-down menu here where you could make it private or public. So this guy really went into all the details. So here is his like home creation screen. He took all these this is essentially the you know, the new face for you know, creating a character, and he turned it into a housing creation concept. So this is cool. So this is what your Ashen Vale home would look like, and all of the customizations that he imagines being part of the game here. So you'd be creating your home, picking the colors, picking all the shit, decorations, foliage color. He's got a lot of cool stuff here. Entrance style. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'd enjoy making this. I just don't know how much I'd use it, but it would be a cool place to collect stuff. One thing I would like, if I did have a home, would be some kind of plaque to mount on your wall every time you get like a boss kill achievement. That would be cool. Like, imagine the head of some boss just hanging on your wall.
Can always use
be a cool place to show it off.
Death Knight.
Difnia, thank you for the sub. 2 months in a row. Thank you so much for that. Imagine that. Imagine just fucking killing a boss, hanging, or like, even the small shit, like you go into Dead Mines and you loot the Cruel Barb at the end and you hang it on your wall above your door. Imagine that. That'd be cool. Where have I seen that before? I have no idea. I mean, you've seen the head of, you've seen the heads of dragons and shit hanging in Stormwind. So where is the old home then? Lore-wise, you would just appear out of nowhere. You should have a home where you lived before you begin an adventure, as an adventurer. Yeah, you'd have to work this into the lore some way. Now, we talked about it being the city. That could be possible. Again, man, where would a Death Knight's home be? I mean, I guess it'd be in your original place. So mine, as a Blood Elf, my home would be somewhere in a Blood Elf, in the Blood Elf starting zone. Having a few interior options. So here he goes into the interior. You know, a few customization options there as well, using the customizations menu. And this is interesting. Example of Kultiran House customization. Oh yeah, look at that. Completely changed the art and the concept here. That's pretty cool. Oh, and he changed the floors. Picking the different floor styles. Yeah, so I mean, obviously... Oh, he's got a mailbox too. That's cute. So I mean, the customization options would be endless. I mean, essentially, look at what he did from here. Look at where he took this, which was like a plain old night elf looking home, and he turned it into this. After all the customization he did. This is really cool stuff. Like I've said, I've never been a player housing Andy, but this kind of stuff does look cool, and I'm sure I would get into it if it was in the game. Best game with personal housing as Arc Age. Interesting. I've never played that game. With those with all those trophies they have for everything. Yeah, New World. Does New World do that? Oh, really? I didn't know that. I'm Scott. I have played New World. I've just never played Endgame New World. I played it for a little bit, leveled up, did all that shit. I just never really got into it enough to get to Endgame. Unlockable colors examples. Very cool. Obtain the Emerald Nightmare. Oh, cool. So if you do the Emerald Nightmare raid, you essentially get... Look at that. It's got a red window and the... That's cool. The unlockable shit through raid would be fun to see. So again, he talked about the different areas that you could build in and what that would entail. You know, your home looking like as a base concept. Very cool. Last thing here, furniture and decorations. Yeah, that would be easy for Blizzard to add in, I think. You know, just using in-game assets that already exist and being able to allow players to kind of customize them, move them around. Not necessarily customize them, but just put them in their home. Pick a spot for it, move it around. Very cool. Oh yeah, and he does talk about bosses and raids dropping stuff that you could put in. So that's kind of the trophy system that I was just talking about. So that would also be very cool. Yeah, all in all, I mean, player housing has been something that players have talked about for a long time. Here's a different suite of furnished and unfurnished home. Very nice looking, very homey. He's got I like this, the shield leaning on the bucket there, the little lion. Very cool. Yeah, players have been talking about this for a long time. Whether we ever actually get this in game, I don't know. It would take a lot of development time, that's for sure. Just getting into the game, but assets like these wouldn't take long because they already exist and you just be able to port them in. Maybe with the Microsoft merger, they could see something like this. You know, getting a team on this to eventually get this in the game. Overall, the concept's pretty cool. If you want to see the entire article, I'll link it in chat. You guys could check it out. Void storage should be a chest in your bedroom. That'd be amazing. That would be amazing. Yeah, I think you should be able to transmog at your home. Definitely. There's a link to the article if you haven't seen it before. Player housing for the player housing Andes. Again, this is not official, but this is a cool concept made by a player who plays the game.